Hi, how's everyone out there doing today? I am here with the marvelous Mel Kelly out of Munich, Germany, and Mel is a self-proclaimed disastrous life coach. Not only can he ruin his life, but he can ruin your life too. Welcome, Mel Kelly.
Hey, how you doing? It's a pleasure to be here with you all today and with the amazing author Amy Hamilton, all the way from amazing America.
If you think that Mel is funny, please like, subscribe to our channel, and let us know other ways that Mel can give you bad advice to destroy your life too, because it is really you, the audience. It makes it even more fun for us to. But we have a really pretty fun time, anyways. So Mel, we are going to the dark side today. The dark side, and we are going to be talking about the dark side of leadership. Mel, very serious question: how can you be the worst boss ever? How can you make sure you are practicing that dark leadership?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, let's just before we dig in, is like people talk about, being a nice leader and positive leadership and all this good stuff. But just think, come on, how effective, that's all this 21st century, blah, blah, blah. Look back in history, who are the most effective leaders that we've had? Genghis Khan, Napoleon. Did they lead with love or did they lead with fear? They led with fear. And it's like you see it in the mafia movies. Do you want to be feared or do you respected or loved? And which is better? Feared and respected. All this 21st century mumbo jumbo, being nice to your people. Come on. That's just a HR program to make sure people don't get sued. That's all that's about. So, historically speaking, the most effective leaders are the badasses.
Mel, in the last episode, you were just criticizing dictatorships. Not sure how this switched, but okay, now you're on the dictatorship side. Just notice a little team switched. Wanted to point that out. Okay, so as we're talking about dictatorships, the dark side of leadership, in leadership theory, there's this concept of dark triad, Machiavellianism, and narcissism.
Yeah.
What do you think is the best way to manipulate your people in the current world to make sure that they don't realize you're like
no, I think you're phrasing it all wrong. It's about how do you motivate people to get the most work out of them, okay? And all we have this mumbo jumbo 21st century stuff is you got to help people grow, get them believe in themselves, believe in a higher purpose, the higher purpose of the company, all this mumbo jumbo. All wrong. What you got to do is you got to find people's weak spots. You got to love them and hate them. You got to build them up, chop them down. Find their weak spots. Keep tapping on the weak spot. Tell them they're doing a great job, but they're afraid they might lose the job at the same time. That's how you motivate people. Maybe they won't love you, but they will fear and respect you. And productivity that you will get out of that people, because if they believe they're doing a great job, but at any time they could lose their job, they will be working 120% harder than if they just were, tell them they're great and we're all a team and everybody's brilliant. Nah, nonsense. Much better. You want to get the productivity, scare the shit out of your people.
Okay, Mel, what is your thoughts on gaslighting your employees?
Absolutely vital.
You want to go into this a bit more? How can you do this properly?
Yeah, like this thing of being your best friend to your teammates or colleagues or reportees, it's all rubbish. Come on. About positive environments and people learning and improving and developing collaborative and learning, it's all wrong. Important thing is be toxic, really toxic. And so this is how you gain people's trust, then you abuse it. Then you listen to tell you things in confidence, then ignore it, pretend you never heard it. This is this great technique of this push-pull, like build them up, chop them down, build them up, chop them down. And I tell you, in that way, you will shatter the psychology and the morale of your people around you and the trust and the love of the people around you. You will shatter their self-confidence, but you don't want to have people on your team that are too self-confident anyway, because then they might be a threat to you. So what you need to do is keep them on that permanent thing of instability. Tell them they're great, but then undermine them. Tell them they're great, undermine them. Keep them unstable the whole time. And you then can stay in charge. You don't want people becoming too big and strong. They might replace you. God. There you go. Toxicity is the way to go. Toxic leadership.
Okay, Mel, I'm really glad that we went all the way from dictators being wrong to go ahead and let's support Genghis Khan. I have to say, I did not see.
I didn't say I support Genghis Khan. I just said
You just sounded
Genghis
great.
Khan. I just say, I mean, he's remembered. Do you remember his sidekick? Or do you remember the guys he killed off? No, but you remember Genghis Khan. So
Mal, lots of times work can be a challenge. And next week we are going to be talking about work-life balance. How do you manage it all? Thanks a lot.
most important thing, just remember, spread toxicity is the way to go. Keep spreading that toxic environment. Keep people on their toes, and you will be on the way to success because everybody else will leave.
Okay, on that.